Hello, happy Easter to everybody. Back online. I decided, because it's Easter Sunday and probably people had a bit of a big fitness session in the morning, that we'd actually not do another plyo session this afternoon, but what we are going to do is a strength and conditioning session. Strength and conditioning in its simplest form, it's exercises to enhance movement quality. Yeah, it's for all sports, including such things as life. Yeah, if we move with better quality, then everything that we do is going to be a whole lot better. Better movement also brings injury prevention, and that's very important within sport. Yeah, we don't want to get injured, so if we're moving correctly, then hopefully we'll prevent injuries, things like that. A few people turning up, that's brilliant. As always, quick health and safety type warning. Yeah, we're all doing it at our own risk. If you're not used to working out, fitness, yeah, then if at any time it all seems a little bit too much, you're getting a bit giddy, short of breath, anything like that, then just slow it down, just ease off, have a little break. When you're feeling sort of, yeah, I'm not too bad again now, then just join back in again. Yeah, as I said, it's not going to be the same sort of intensity as the plyo training that we've been doing. But obviously it's still working out, it's still getting the heart rate going, moving, so just you know what your levels are, and worked within those levels. With strength and conditioning, a lot of it is, as I say, is movement, and we've all got different movement restrictions, different tightness in muscles in different areas, things we haven't done. Yeah, very common in runners to have tight hamstrings, things like that, tight calves from wearing stilettos all the time, basically. Yeah, so we'll do a few exercises, and if you think, no, that's pushed me too far beyond where my range of movement is, then don't do it. And again, if we're using weights and stuff like that, then obviously be careful if you're putting that weight into position that you feel that you've maybe got a little weakness within your body and things like that. So what do we need for the session? Yeah, enthusiasm, smiles, and just let's get stuck into it. We are going to need some weights for some of the exercises that we're going to be doing, and obviously we don't all live in equipped gyms and things like that, so there's different ways of getting weights and stuff like that. Some of the more inventive type means, yeah, get a picture of it, get them up there. So weights that I've got, yeah, been improvising a little bit, so you can obviously use containers that you can fill with stuff. The old trusty screen wash, yeah, 5 litre screen wash, fill that with water, that's 5 kilogram weight. Move up a little bit more, the container, yeah, good sturdy handle on it, yeah, so it's not going to break. That's very important. If you fill something with weight and then pick it up by a handle and it breaks, yeah, not so good. With that in mind, I've also got my trusty mealworms bucket, yeah, and I've just filled that with different weights. I haven't got a clue how many I've got in there, it's fairly weighty. Then we can obviously move on to other objects that we can get hold of, yeah, like trees and stuff, they're always great. Now, obviously big tree's a bit heavy, so I've brought Big Tree's younger brother. Don't worry, I haven't cut Big Tree up. Yeah, he still lives. Yeah, Big Tree's a bit heavy for some of the stuff we'll be doing. Little Tree, perfect. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, just move to camera position 2, ready for warm up. As I said, thanks a lot for coming along. Oh. Okay. Right, I think we're ready to go. So, as normal, we're going to start slowly, ease into it, get ourselves going. So just nice, walking forward putting those knees up nice and high, looking backwards. And big steps, stepping out, really overemphasizing, pulling them hips up. And this time as we come forward, some nice big circles with the arms. And backwards, circles backwards. And then speeding up a little bit. And arms forwards. And then nice and light on the toes, just doubling forwards. On the spot, nice extension, shake out the arms, get the shoulders shaken out. And just nice and light, doubling on the feet. And I'm just increasing that pace. Not quite so high lift on the knees, but quick, nice and quick, increase that pace. And then slowing the pace down, but pulling the knees up. And then all the way up with the knees. And change the heel flicks. And back to knees. And bringing the arms in. And slowing it down. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. And nice big breaststroke arms. Open up the shoulders, the chest. And reverse breaststroke arms. Change to front crawl arms. And backstroke arms. Biceps pushing the ears, palms pushing the thighs. Then we'll change it to one arm going forwards, one arm going backwards. And reverse direction. And shake it out. Picking that pace up now, a little dodge to the left, to the right. Side stepping. Nice quick feet. Backwards, forwards, backwards. Side stepping. Back. And then just pushing out left to right. Slightly forwards. And nice and light doubling. Okay, what's going to happen? Every time I say the number 1, your left hand touches the floor. Number 2, right hand touches the floor. Number 3, both hands jump up in the air. Okay, is everyone ready? Did everyone get that? Okay, at least 2 people got that. Okay, backwards and forwards. Do this 2 or 3 times. And 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 1. 2. 1. 3. 2. 2. 3. And shake it out. Okay, into a few little squats. So hands out across the chest, out in front, up in the air, hands on heads, whatever you do. Nice squat down, nice and deep. Knees pushing out over, aiming to get them over the second and third toes. we're just going to take it down. Nice deep squat, hands together, into the knees. And nice comfortable squat down position. Then from that position, what we're going to do, hang on to the floor, just walk out the arms, and press up, back up, walk the hands back towards the toes, and then walk them out again. Okay, press up position, press up, and walk it back. Then that backside push up, just hold that position, press up, and back up. Push the backside up into the air, nice big hip hinge, then soften the knees, hands all the way back, and rise up. Shake out the arms. Okay, what we're going to do now, down into a crab position. So sit yourself down, feet on the floor, hands, and just pull your backside off the floor, engage those glutes, squeeze the buttocks, get the abs engaged, squeeze them in, and just move forwards and move it back. Obviously crabs, walk sideways. And then turn around, shuffle forwards. And backwards. Forwards. Then from that position, just push the hips up, nice big hip bridge. And lower it down. Push the hips up. Lower it down. Backwards. Forwards. To the side. Back to the opposite side. Forwards. Backwards. And you sit down. Feet down. Squeeze on the toes. Jump up. Get those knees moving. Little marching movement. Okay, everyone should be feeling a little bit warmed up. What we're going to do is get into some exercises now. The first exercise we're going to start with is a squat. So we'll start with basic body weight squat. Yeah. So feet just slightly wider than hip width apart. Yeah. Feet, I find my toes point slightly out. Yeah, I've got a bit of a dodgy ankle, so some of the mobility is not so great in that ankle. And we're going to do nice straight back, yeah, and we're bending at the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Call these the triple extenders, and this is one of the basic movements. Yeah. So if you imagine as a child, yeah, you watch a baby trying to pick something from the floor, and they immediately squat down into that nice squat position, pick whatever it is off the floor that they want. Feet firmly planted here. Imagine 2 spots on the outside of your feet, 1 on the heel, and all those 3 spots, engage all of those, get a nice good stable platform. And we could spend all day just sat here. As a child we used to just play with whatever, and then when we stand up, we just stand up nice and straight, keeping that pressure through the 3 points of contact on your feet, yeah, and just extending the hips, the knees, the ankles as we come up. So we go all the way down, all the way back up. Looking forwards, pushing our heels back. What we tend to find is if we've got tightness in the legs, then the heels are going to lift up. Yeah, too much wearing those stilettos, so we train it out with good squat technique. Yeah, so all we're going to do, nice good body weight squat. Again, hands wherever you want them, out to the front like a counterbalance squat, to the side of the head. And we're just squatting down. Okay, from the side. Nice straight back. And continue to squat. A few more squats now. And then just shake out the legs. Okay. Body weight squat. To take that progression slightly more, what we're going to do is select a suitable weight for ourselves and use that to squat. So increasing the resistance because we're holding something, increasing that sort of body weight that our legs are moving. It's all the same detail. And again, all you're going to do now is you're going to walk straight over to pick up your weight or whatever. Yeah, think about your technique when you're picking it up. Always technique. Think about how you'd sit down into a chair, yeah? How you pick something off the floor, stuff like that. We immediately just bend straight up to pick it up, and we wonder why we hurt our backs. Yeah, everything, picking up on the floor, nice good squat. So I'm going to go for the little tree. Because I'm a bit of a tree hugger, I'm going to hug him in, yeah? And we're just going to do a little bit of time of squatting. So get that nice comfortable position and squat down and back up. Okay, just squat down in your own time, lower it down and back up. And down, back up. A few more seconds. Last squat. Soften the legs, shake them out. Place the weight down. Excellent. Okay, hopefully you're starting to feel that a little bit in the legs, getting that good technique. Concentrate on a nice straight back. Ideal thing is to video yourself and then have a look, see if your back's straight, things like that. Okay, the next movement we're going to do, yeah, is what we call a hip hinge, and it's basically hinging at the hips. So we're going to have feet shoulder width, slightly wider than hip width apart, yeah, feet pointing forwards, yeah, and all we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on bending in the hips. So instead of bending the knees, we're just going to bend the hips. So the hips bending forwards and back up. And then the hips and back up. So the knees are soft, not locked out, but we're not bending at the knees, we're bending the hips. So we're coming down. So from the side, nice straight back and bending at the hips. Good hip hinge. Okay, hip hinge is a fundamental move for a lot of weightlifting, things like deadlifts, even in squats a little bit, especially kettlebell swings and things like that, all rely on good hip hinging. So we're going to do a few more hip hinges now, but we're going to turn it up a little bit and we're going to turn it into a hip hinge with an A. So we're going to make a nice A with our arms, and we're just going to hip hinge down, get to that position and come back to the top. Push those hips forwards. You'll feel like a big stretch on the rear, top rear of the legs, yeah, in the hamstrings, especially if you've got tight hamstrings. Doesn't matter how far you can go, just as long as you're getting down there, getting that hip hinge in. Yeah, some people are probably rubbing their noses on the floor. Yeah, well done. And back up. And we're going down again, nice hip hinge. Feeling that nice stretch on those hamstrings and then pulling it back up, getting them working, engaging them, getting the muscles moving in the correct motion, that's it. A nice big A hip hinge. Okay, shake out the arms, shake out the legs, loosen it up. This time, hip hinge again. This time I'm going for a T hip hinge. I'm just going to watch that wall I'm obscuring. So arms out nice and straight, and same again, just big hip hinge. All the way down, do that nice stretch, and then take it back up. So hinging down, and back. Again, it's not a fast movement. Nice straight back, hinging down, and then pushing those hips forwards. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. This time, same hip hinge movement again, but this time I'm going to say Y. Why not? So nice big Y position. And then hip hinge. And back up. Hinge. And a few more. And back to the top. And shake out the arms, shake out the legs. Quick look. Okay. Right, next exercise, the deadlift. So we're going to select a weight. I'm going to go for my bucket of weights. Okay, normally we associate the deadlift with the barbell, those weights stacked up on it, big strong men, yeah, and ladies getting down, pulling it up, yeah. All we're going to work on is the technique, yeah. Starts off, again, get nice and close to the weight that you're going to be picking up. Feet just slightly wider than hip width apart, yeah, feet pointing forwards, and all that's going to happen, we're going to hinge the hips, so we start hinging the hips. As we get low down, we bend the knees slightly to get down to where the actual bar is. Get a good firm grip on that bar or our weight. Yeah, we're going to start the drive through the feet. Yeah, the arms remain straight. We're not pulling it with the arms. We're using all the muscles in the legs. Yeah, so we're down, knees. As it starts coming up past the knees, we then bring the hip hinge in to squeeze it up. So push the backside down and then bend the knees towards the end. Yeah, so it's the knees starting the drive, and then as the weight comes up towards the knee height, we then push the hips forwards, creating a nice strong drive up, pushing all our efforts down through the ground, raising that weight. So it's not the arms, shoulders, it's the legs driving it up. Good straight back, protecting our back. Okay, and from the side, so the back side's pushing down, as we get low down, knees bend. Start with hip hinge, and lower down with the knees. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of time of the deadlift. So in your own time, just crack on. A few more lifts. And then just place it down. Okay, shake out the legs. The arms, little shake out. And then just, I'm going to select another weight now. Again. Okay, slight variation of the deadlift that we're going to do now, and this is known as the Romanian deadlift. And basically, it's very similar to deadlift, except we don't actually place the weight down onto the floor. So we're going to lift the weight up into the set position, which is basically where we'll squat down, pull the weight up and hold it, and then all that's going to happen, we're going to hip hinge. So we're going to lower the weight down, keeping it in the same vertical plane, so it's just moving straight down the front of the legs, yeah? But we're going to push our back sides back, so the knees aren't going to bend, they're going to be nice and soft, but we're hip hinging, and just lowering the weight down. Now it's not essential that the weight doesn't need to go to the floor. Okay, the idea is that you're working the hamstrings, so it goes as far until you feel that that stretch is enough in your hamstrings, and then you just reverse by pushing the hips forwards. So it's hip movement, it's all hip movement. Okay, I'm going to select my trusty water bottle. Yeah, and I'm in that position. Again, get yourselves in that nice set position, feet just slightly wider than hip width apart. Yeah, and from that position, the water's going to travel straight down, my backside's pushing back, nice straight back. I'm feeling that in my hamstrings. Now I'm just pushing the hips forwards, good hip hinge. So down, and then just hip hinge forwards. So the backside's pushing down, the knees not bending, and driving up. So from the side, I'm lowering it down, nice hip hinge, and then up. Nice straight back. Lifting up, and a few more reps. Pushing that backside all the way back, hinging at the hips, feeling that into the top of the legs. 3 more reps. And then 1 more rep, because it's Sunday. And from that position, place it back, good squat, place that weight down. Excellent work so far, shake out the arm. Okay, the next squat that we're going to do is an overhead squat. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our weight and we're going to hold it above the heads. Yeah, and then we're going to squat down. So this is going to put extra additional load onto the core. We need a nice strong core to maintain that arm position, a little bit of a wobble. The weight's further away from our centre of mass. When we have it in here, we can hug it and squat down nice. When it's up there, we're having to engage more of the core to hold it. Yeah, obviously take care putting weight above your head. If you've got a bucket full of weights, yeah, probably not best to hold them above your head, tilt it and drop weights on yourself. Again, with the old things with handles and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm going to use a trusty water bottle again. Yeah, but also we need to watch mobility of your shoulders. If you haven't got good mobility in your shoulders, yeah, you're not going to be able to get the arms up into a position to have the weight up above your head. What you want is you want to try and think about it being one natural plane. Yeah, so the weight's up above the head. If you hold the weight to the front, yeah, and squat down, then you're putting a lot of work on the arms. As straighter up you can get the arms, so it's as you squat down, that weight is directly above you, so your body, your legs are powering that weight up and down. If the weight's out to the front, then it's your arms that are pulling it up and down, which is great if you want to get massive arms, yeah, but at the moment we're concentrating on the lower limbs. So I'm going to go down, fetch my trusty water bottle, getting that proper lift, and from that position, nice up into the air. Again, feet slightly bang shoulder width apart. Good, hold that position. Now I'm just going to squat down. Good, straight back, knees pushing out over toes 2 and 3. A few more. Let's go for 3 more. Squeeze in those abs. And then lower it down. Excellent, well done. Okay, just place your weight down, check out the arms, check out the legs. Everybody feeling okay? Cool. Some people are still sticking in there, dropping a few off. Okay, next exercise. Really there with the exercises? Yeah, shoulder press. Now, lots of different ways of doing the shoulder press, but what we're going to do is known as a strict shoulder press. So that's isolating the shoulders to actually press a weight above the head. Now, a lot of the time, we'll do a push press. So a push press is where we're using the whole body to move a weight to push it above our heads. So we'll get a little flex in the legs. Same time when we're doing the plyometric training, and before we jump up, we do a little fold down, flexing down to give us a little bit of force moving up. And that's the same with push press, shoulder press. We're using legs to get the momentum to force the weight going up, and then the arms will take over. So to stop us from doing that, to make it a strict press, what we're going to do is we're going to sit down. Nice and easy. So, sitting down on the floor, and take our weight, and in that position, we're just going to press the shoulders up. So that's isolating the shoulders. That means the shoulders doing all the work, not using momentum to get the weight moving. A few more seconds. Three more. Okay. Jump up, check out the arms, feel those shoulders, a little rotation. Okay. Now we're going to move a little bit onto using the chest a bit more, using the shoulders. What we're going to do is bog standard press up. Yeah, it's one of the key ingredients to most fitness training programs. There's a good reason for that, because it's a great exercise. So we're going to get down to the press up position. Yeah, if you want to do a full press up, i.e. from the toes and the arms, that's brilliant. If you can't manage full press up at this time, yeah, then there's different variations we can do. You can go down onto your knees. Yeah, if you're on your knees, and I want you to try and resist the urge of bending at the hips into forming like a box. Obviously, if you do a box press up, that's the easiest version, because you're putting the less amount of weight through the arms. If you're going to go onto the knees, then try and keep a nice straight hips, so you're getting like 3/4 of the length of your body on your arms. So full press up, hands slightly wider and shoulder width, fingers pointing forwards, nice strong comfortable position, back side down. And we're just going to go all the way down, 1 inch off the floor and back up. All the way down and back up. Down and back up. As I say, if you want to do it on the knees, then from the knee position, nice straight from the knees all the way to the shoulders. Same hand position, coming down all the way and back up. So nice straight hips all the way down. If you want to develop your press up and you're doing it on the knees and you want to move into the full press up, then there's different ways that we can do that. Taking our trusty log or any other raised platform, place your hands onto the platform, stairs, lower, and from that position nice and straight, down, chest touches the object, all the way back up. Taking a little bit of that weight off, but developing the range of movement. And if we're thinking, yep, I actually want to make the press ups harder, yeah, then we can roll our log back. And this time, put your feet onto the log or any raised object. So feet up and low, still nice straight back, and then just down to press up position and back up, all the way down and back up. Give that nice straight back, not letting that backside stick up in the air. Yeah, nice straight. Don't lower it down too far, you don't want to be putting that big strain on the back. Hold it nice and strong, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the abs, and then just press up. And back up. Okay. People seem to say to me, they say, am I going low enough? It's like, well, I really need to be able to see it to be able to come on that. But if you think, give yourself a thumbs up, yeah, half a thumb, top half of your thumb, that's 1 inch. So if you imagine half that inch is your chest touching that on the floor. Another good way, making sure you're going low enough, is one humble Easter egg type treat. Place that treat on the floor, obviously by squatting down properly to place it. Stand back up into your press up position. All the way down, pick up the tasty treat. Enjoy that tasty treat. Okay, I'm going to move on now to some little putting the movements together into different positions and having a little bit of fun. So, how can we build all these movements into full body exercises? Well, my favourite exercise, and it should be everybody's favourite exercise because it's awesome. Hoofing does everything. Burpee. Let's do some burpees. Okay, I had to go away for a minute because I guess that everybody would be like, oh, burpees, I don't like burpees, horrible burpees. Yeah, let's keep it positive. Burpees, love them, great exercise. Okay, we're going to break it down. A burpee is basically 4 movements. So first of all, we're just going to do that first movement, and all it is a squat. Yeah, just a normal squat exercise. So we're squatting down, and we're coming back up. And squatting down and back up, squatting down, back up, squatting down and back up. That's it, beginning of burpee. Second part of a burpee is to get yourself into a press up position, yeah, but obviously after we've done that first movement, yeah, so instead of just dropping onto the floor trying to get into the press up position, I'm going to squat down in the same way. So many people, when I've watched them doing burpees, yeah, forget that first movement and try and combine the first 2 together and basically just fall down and bend over, bend the back to get the arms down. Loads of strain on your back, yeah, risking injury. So let's do it properly. Let's slow it right down. So coming down into that position. Now you can jump the legs back, but if you're just beginning with burpees, just step the legs back. That's it, nice press up position. And again, to return back to position 1, step the legs in. Yep, good position. From that position, stand up. Half a burpee done. All the way down. Jump out. In. Stand up. I think we've just done a full burpee. Okay. All the way down. Walk the legs out. Walk the legs back in. Lower part of the burpee. Stand up. Excellent. The burpee. Now, to build it all into one, we put a jump in. There's a big debate. Does a burpee have a press up? Of course it does. If you want one. If you don't want one, it doesn't have one. It's still a burpee. Don't think there's an international law governing whether a burpee needs a press up or not. But if you want to press up, throw it in there. If you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. We're going to now move onto that burpee flow. So we're going to go down into a low position, kick the legs out, legs in, and jump up. Yeah. If you don't want to do a jump up, that's fine. Just stand up, give me the thumbs up. Yeah, perfectly fine. If you jump up, yeah, when we jump up, soften the knees, soften the knees. Yeah. I'll tell you the reason why. Because as we jump up into the air, soften the knees, suddenly we're at the bottom of the burpee position. So in one movement, you've jumped up, you've then squatted, softened the knees and come down. You've used no energy to get to that lower position. Yeah? That's a quarter of a burpee done for nothing. 25% of a burpee for free. Yeah? So that means for every 4 burpees you do, you get 1 full free burpee. You're welcome. So let's go for it now. Burpees. Down, out, in, up. 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 Down. 3 more. Hoofing. Burpee. Always do your burpee right. Yeah, people get obsessed with doing hundreds of reps, and what tends to happen is they start to lose form. Now, if you're going to lose form, is there any point in carrying on with that exercise? You're not doing it properly, not using the correct body movement. What's that going to risk? Injury. Yeah, and we don't want to get injured. So correct form. Someone tells you to do 50 reps, you can only do 20 reps with correct form. Do 20. Have a rest and do the rest of them. Yeah? PT is for you. Yeah? Not about how many you can do, it's about the quality, you know, that good movement. Okay, we're going to move on now to a little press up plank routine. Back again. Okay, all we're going to do is get down into our press up position. Now, we're not going to be doing press ups, so what I'm going to ask you is, if you normally do your press ups on your knees, try and get into that press up position. So it's just the top of the press up, yeah, arms straight, and we're going to hold that position, which, as some of you know, is also a plank position. So down into that press up position, and we're just going to hold that position. And then from that position, just raise one leg in the air. Squeeze in those abs, engage the glutes nice and tight, place that foot down, other leg in the air. Nice straight leg. Follow that position. Then from that position, let's raise one arm. And the opposite arm. Then from that position, we're just going to go down onto our elbows into a nice plank position. Again, we can raise one leg and the opposite leg. One arm and the opposite arm. Back up into a press up position, straight arm plank. Then from that position, just down, hold about 1 inch. Then push halfway up, and then to the top. Just hold that position. 30 seconds to go. Down to plank position. Palms flat on the floor. Back up into a top plank position. Last 10 seconds. And rest there. Excellent. Shake out the arms. Shake out the legs. Okay, we're just going to finish off now with some hip thrusts, a little bit of bridge work. Yeah, engaging the core. Yeah, So all we're going to need to do now, just sit ourselves down, lower the upper back onto the comfortable position, and what's going to happen, feet about shoulder width apart, and then we're just going to thrust our hips up, get a nice straight from the shoulders all the way to the knees, thrust in the hips, and then relax. Okay, this time we're going to take up into the hip position, raise one leg straight out in front. So up and raise the leg. Change legs. Keep pushing those hips up. And plant that foot down and then lower the hips. Okay, moving it on slightly now. Straight arms. Okay, if you've got issues with your shoulders, yeah, and this might put a bit too much force on them, but from that position, hands pointing forwards, and then just pull the hips up. A good strong bridge. Then from that position, one foot up. And change feet. Push those hips up. Foot down, hip all the way up. Last few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Sit forwards, shake out those arms, shake out those legs, and slowly stand up. Give yourself a good shake out. Give the legs a good shake out. And then we're just going to do a few little stretches, stretch off, finish, and then get stuck in some Easter eggs. Okay, I'm going to place my log on my position, hands onto the log, one foot forwards, one foot to the rear, bending the front knee, push down through the rear, straight leg. Feel that nice stretch on the lower rear straight leg. And soften the knee, shake out legs, take the opposite foot back, bend the front knee, push down through the heel, get a nice stretch. Hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's little session. A little bit different from all the jumping around that's normally going on, but trying to work a few different muscles, thinking about our movement, how we get into those positions, how the muscles work, how we move. A little bit of strength. Soften that knee, step through. Okay, teeny little step forwards, keep that leg nice and straight. Hip hinge. Feel that stretch on the top rear of the front straight leg. Stretching out that hamstring. You can even put your hands onto your hips, tilt those hips further forwards to increase that stretch. You can really feel it. And relax off the knees, step through, shake out the legs. Opposite foot forwards, nice straight leg, sit down to the rear, that hip hinge, get that good stretch on the top rear of that straight leg. Don't forget, lots of things happening all week. Brighton Outdoor Fitness, doing classes, 2 classes a day. You can go onto their Facebook page and log on. They do the workouts on YouTube, Facebook. They're also doing it on Zoom now, so they can see you, so they can actually offer you some corrections, make sure you're doing the exercises correctly. So that's brilliant. Soften the knees, step up, shake out the legs. Okay, using my trusty friend tree, what I'm going to do, stand on one leg, reach down, grab hold of my ankle, squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the heel into the buttocks. nice good stretch on the top front of the bent leg. Okay, if like me, I know a lot of you are missing out on your runs. Yeah, so on this Saturday, the 18th of April, there's a little challenge going on. If you do a Google search for I Run at Home, and that should come up hopefully with Ian Corliss's webpage, and they're organising something that was done over in Spain initially. They did a run where people ran at home, and this Saturday from 9 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, they're encouraging you to go for a run at home. So that'll be on the stairs, around the house, in the back garden. If you're lucky enough to have acres and acres of back garden, good for you. I'm going to be running around my tiny little plot. All you have to do is sign up and register, make a donation to the NHS charity. That's all on the page, and you get registered, you get your race number, and hopefully I'll see some of you. Well, I won't see any of you, but virtually might see some of you on Saturday enjoying that. Shake out that leg, opposite leg, grab down, reach that ankle, push the hips forwards. Hoping to do some more plyometric sessions this week. Keep an eye on Facebook and on the Brighton Outdoor Fitness page, and I'll keep you updated on when they'll be taking place. And relax, shake out those legs. Okay, we're going to stretch up the shoulders now. So just going to bring the arm across, thumb down, palm out, squeeze that arm into the chest. Hold on above the elbow joint. Hope we've all had a lovely Easter. Relax, shake out the arms, opposite arm. Continue to enjoy the sunshine. Okay, shake out the arms, arm up into the air, hand down the back. And relax, shake out the arms, opposite arm, up and over. And relax. Hands side by side into the small of the back. Squeeze those elbows together, give yourself a big stretch across the front of the chest. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, any feedback, then get in touch with me, and I hope to see you all very soon. Look after yourselves, be kind, look after each other. Thank you. Well done.